is another series channel where we are talking about our experiences with using our CV for job applications. These are real life experiences that we have gone through or our friends have gone through, and these are things you should or should not do, but you learn and then you also laugh. And we feel like narrating these stories, these experiences or these tips in our experiences and our storytelling manner can help you recollect better what you should do and shouldn't do. So in the previous episode, let's talk about how he went ahead to write that he could do Adobe Photoshop. If you haven't watched it, just click probably here or here and watch that video. Now, I think I will talk about the fact that, has there been a time when I wrote something like that in my CV? I'm probably maybe French. Because I remember in this recent round, I got an interview at a certain, I won't mention the country, but it was like what's it called? Their embassy or consulate. I got an interview there. It's an European country to work as a trade officer. I had a background in trade and policy as well as environmental. I know, right? Basically, I got to the final stage, and in the interview, they asked me if I speak French because I wrote in my CV that I can speak French. Why are you looking at me like? And then there are two interviewers, right? The white lady who herself cannot speak French, and then there's this other lady, Sarafina, wherever you are, shout out to you if you ever watch this video. That's her name. She's a Ghanaian lady, but she can speak French, and she starts to ask me questions in French because I've written in my CV that I can speak it. So I can understand what she's saying. Be like, oh yes, I understand what you're saying. And the white one starts to look at me a bit concerned, like, oh, can't you respond? I'm like, oh yeah, I get what she's saying, you know. Like she's speaking to me in French, I'm responding in English, you know, and I'm like, oh, this whole test is for me to be able to respond in French, for them to know that yes, I can, like, you know, speak French. And then after the short test, I'm like, you know what, guys, the honest matter is that I failed my French oral exam. Other section, except for the oral section. Oh, they even told me to come and rewrite the oral section, but I was just so ashamed that I was so nervous and I couldn't like do the oral section.
How can you be
ashamed?
I
never went back to.
How can you be ashamed of your own
this
failures?
is actually my heart. I'm pouring it. Like this is like going to be on the internet, and so I didn't go back to go and rewrite the oral. So I didn't get the certificate because I failed that section. When you fail that section, they were like, oh, I should come back and rewrite, like do the oral test again so that I can get the. And I didn't go back. I was like, I don't think I can do this. So I didn't have a set. So I told them that in the interview, I told them that, guys, I don't think this is going to work out because, to be honest, I failed it. I told them that I think I want to give A1 another shot. They're like, oh, no, it's fine. You're a good candidate and all of that. You don't really need to know how to speak French now, but it's something that we're looking for in the future. Like, so if you are planning to do it in the future, like, that's fine. So this is another tip. Be honest. Okay, even if you're halfway through the lie in the interview and then they catch you, like, just come out.
Did you get
and
a
say
job?
It nicely. I didn't get a job because I turned them down. They called me back, but I was like, you know what? I'm not saying this for you, the person watching. If you have only one choice, that you should turn out that job because, no, I had options, to be honest. The people at that embassy or that consulate, they called me back, but I was like, you know what, when I weigh the options, so there were other reasons why I didn't take that job. For example, they were like, oh, I can't progress higher up because it's a consulate, it's a small team. Okay, it's like there's that office and then they administer, you know, all of the things for their country with regards to Ghana, their trade and all of that, their diplomatic relationships with Ghana and some of the other West African countries. So there's really no chance for me to like progress. It's not like it's an organization, it's a. And so they made all that clear to me, and for me, it was important for me to progress whatever role that I fit in. And the only way I could progress is for me to leave that diplomatic mission at some point in my life and then go for another option. And then there were many other options why I left that job, but that was the main thing for me. The career progression is a big issue for me. So I didn't take the job in the end, but that particular experience in that interview place was quite... Okay.
You want another one?
Yes.
£200.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome back. So we're gonna do like 2 more recordings, and yeah, we'll be back.
I'm done. 2. She owes £200 now. So
okay. Bye.
Bye.
issue speaking French. I can understand French, honestly, but I cannot speak it. So what happens is that I start to. That's why we're recording a video.
You put this in the video.
I start that if you're watching this, you know the story behind this, because you paid for me to write that French paper like 100 times. And he's always complaining that I took his money and I chopped. My father actually still believes that I didn't go and write the exam.
But you didn't write it.
I did.
I
just didn't pass the oral section because I was so nervous. I remember that day when I wrote the oral
Which French
section.
exam?
They used to do it at UNE when Messier.
Hey,
It's true, Toba.
the B2 thing and the A1
Yeah,
thing.
I wrote it.
You took money for it.
Yeah, I took money. And how do you expect me to pay for it? You have to pay.
Where are the results? Have you seen?
So,
you turned them down.
Yeah, I turned them down.
Who do you think you are?
Because I'm Anaya.
You are Nanaya.
I'm here, baby.
Were you the one going to pay them?
Pay them for what?
Please
so
take the
I
job.
got a better. Okay. No, I had the choice. Like I had many
Let me
other
be
jobs.
honest. Career progression was actually not the problem. She just didn't want to learn the French. Let me be honest with you guys. She didn't want to learn the French. She
That's
didn't want
not
to
true.
saddle herself with that
He
responsibility.
actually always thinks he knows me, but he doesn't.
Okay, can you speak the French now?
No.
Case settled. Continue.
It's not true. It's because I've started taking like.
Please, we don't have time. You can't speak
Now
the
then,
French
you
now.
know that you don't have time.
If it is going in my favor, I have to day your top.
Okay.
Continue.
So guys, thank you for joining us for this episode.